Hi, this is my literature review video presentation for Applied Educational Research, EDUF 7116. Hello everyone, my name is Megan McCarter. I'm presenting my literature review video on an article relating to my topic for my research proposal. The topic of my proposal is the use of technology improving teacher instruction. I'm narrowing that topic down after doing my literature review and some further research on the subject, but for now that's the topic that I have. I will go over research gaps and questions that I'm thinking of later on in the presentation as well. The article that I'm reviewing is called An Investigation of Middle School Science Teachers and Students' Use of Technology Inside and Outside of Classrooms, considering whether digital natives are more technology savvy than their teachers. It's quite a mouthful. The title pretty much says it all. So I hope you all enjoy my presentation and find it full of useful information. Technology is everywhere in the 21st century. It is hard to go anywhere in today's society without someone holding a piece of technology in their hands, having it in their purses or their bags, or seeing it in a store that you are shopping in. Technology is taking over, and it is constantly changing and evolving into more efficient and effective tools for us to use in our everyday lives. We can also use these tools in the classroom to teach to our students. Our students use this technology quite frequently, some even on a daily basis, and have become very familiar with it. It is our job as teachers to utilize this technology and make it a part of our instruction. Students can relate to technology use, and it grabs their attention and keeps them engaged because it is what they are used to. They use this technology to learn, play games, entertain themselves, and to communicate. Why not use it in our classrooms and allow this technology to make our instruction more engaging and efficient for our students? There are new teachers now that are leaving college every year, joining the teaching workforce, and are quite savvy with technology. They grew up with this technology, and while in school, were taught skills for this technology and how to apply those skills in the real world. That is what we were trying to teach our students now as well. We need to stay up to date with this technology. It is important to keep up so we don't get behind. Not all current teachers have had a lot of experience with technology, like the students of this generation, and they may need some training to catch up. The children from this generation are called digital natives, or at least that's how the author of this article referred to them. Digital natives basically refers to the children that have grown up with and will grow up with information and communication technology. This experience with the many forms of technology and the access to so many people, places, and information right at their fingertips has taken education to a whole new level. These students have different ways of expressing themselves and different learning preferences. Because of this, schools and educators are being urged to respond to the changes of these students' distinctive experiences with technologies in ways that are significant for education, so that teachers can influence students' already developing capabilities with technology in ways that will allow them to meet the demands of a future workforce in a global information society. Digital natives are often characterized as ones who desire to multitask, are oriented to visual media, prefer to work on activities rather than reading text or following instruction, and are less motivated in the environments that lack technology. Although these are common impressions people have about the current generation of students, these claims still lack the support of empirical evidence. The article describes digital natives as the current generation of students who were born around the year 2000. Technology has become an integral part of these digital natives' daily routines and changed their lives in many ways, including retrieving information through mobile technologies, establishing or maintaining relationship through the social networking sites, access to free and reliable productivity tools, and relying on cloud computing applications to deliver services over the internet. There are some questions that can be answered by reviewing this article and the studies that it discusses. The questions are, do digital natives surpass their teachers in terms of using technology on a daily basis? And what types of technology do digital natives use outside of school? What types of technology do teachers use outside of school? Is technology beneficial for teacher instruction? And what resources are there for older generation teachers to become more familiar with technology? There are several types of technology used outside of school by students. Portable devices such as iPods, MP3 players, iTunes Music, Facebook, YouTube, Google, smartphones, and tablets. Most students have internet access in their homes and some type of technological device available for use. They use these for entertainment mostly, but sometimes use it for homework away from school. There are many digital natives that have their own cell phones and use those not only for communication, but for social networking, game playing, and entertainment, such as watching TV, music, or movies. This is a constant access for these students and gives them a lot of added experience with technology. They have the spare time to spend long periods of time using technology, which also adds to their experience level. This is a chart that I found that is just showing the types of technology use that young students use and their average minutes per day. Obviously, cell phone and texting is the highest use of technology for young people. Searching on the internet would obviously be the second. Social networking such as Facebook, then email, talking on cell phones, which they don't really do much of anymore, and then instant messaging. There are several ways in which teachers use technology outside of school. Teachers have access to technology just as much as students do, possibly more. They also use technology for some of the same reasons. Devices such as iPods, phones, personal computers, tablets, internet, and smart TVs, even to watch movies and TV shows. Teachers also use technology for social networking outside of school. Technology is used for communication by teachers as well. One way teachers use technology outside of school is for lesson planning and or preparing activities for their students. They can do a lot of preparation at home, especially with technology, because it can be saved to portable devices, sent through email, or added to a website for easy access at a later time. They also use it for their own learning and or schooling. Teachers are constantly learning new methods for teaching, taking training classes or classes for a graduate degree. Technology can be used for all of those things. For the instructional benefits of using technology in a classroom, I don't want to touch too much on this topic or explore it too much in depth for this project because it is so much a part of my final research proposal, and I believe we have to do a video presentation for that. So I would not like to speak on this too much. I will say that technology does have its benefits for instruction. Teachers who use technology have students that are more engaged in the activities or lessons that are done in the classroom. Technology is a great tool to use to meet the needs of different learning styles. You've got audio, visual, kinesthetic. You can, have so many hands-on activities for these students with the smart boards and, tablets or educational games. If teachers have the right training and gain some experience with technology, it can be one of the most effective tools to use for instruction in a classroom in the 21st century. This slide is just an image I found that discusses the average number of hours per week teachers use digital tools for instruction inside or So delivering instruction directly to students is obviously the highest number. 43% of teachers say that that's the primary reason for the digital tool use. And then they vary the delivery method, fostering independent practice of skills, supporting student collaboration and providing interactive experiences, then meeting individual needs and diagnosing student learning needs. So those are different ways that you can use technology with instruction. And like I said, you're meeting students' needs, and it's a good way to do hands-on activities. With this survey, it seems that teachers use technology mostly for direct instruction. There are resources available for teachers that will help them with technology. Um, there are trainings that are done through work and professional development. I know within my school and county, we can sign up online and take online courses that will give you PLUs, and you can find some that focus on technology or specific areas of technology, smartboard usage, newer tools that, you may be unfamiliar with, different websites or educational games, things like that. And I know that sometimes we'll have training at work where somebody comes in and talks to us about different things, even if it's just the new email system that we're having or a new program that the students are going to use. Those are trainings that will help you get a little better with technology use. There's also courses that teachers can take at local colleges. You can take a computer class, or you can take an education class that's geared toward technology. And even if it's not a local college, you can do an online course from any college that has online classes, and further your technology knowledge and skills. Another great way is to learn from other teachers, which is something all teachers are used to and we're great at. You can sit with another teacher who has more experience or who's taken some training, or, who's newer, more freshly out of school and has experience with these new technologies and how to apply them, and, sit down and work together, and they can show you the ropes and teach you things that they do. I've done that recently and learned some technology about a new website that someone was using, and now I've integrated it into my classroom and I love it. So, but there's plenty of resources available to learn about technology, and you can find those through technology if you search the web as well. So. There are previous studies that relate to the use of technology by students of different ages and that of teachers. One group's technology use that has been researched is university-age students. Researchers have been exploring digital natives' technology experiences in connection to their learning. In this study, 2,588 freshmen at 3 universities were surveyed about their interest in using technologies that are designed to facilitate information production and sharing. The results indicated that college freshmen demonstrated diverse technology use. Their use of so-called new technology was quite low, and their general use of technology did not meet the proposed assumption of digital natives. Among the same population surveyed, they re-examined the freshman students' use of technology and categorized them into 4 types of users. Power users, which was 14%, ordinary users, 27%, irregular users, 14%, and basic users was 45%. Power users and ordinary users fit into the description of the digital natives, but they represented only 41% of the student population, meaning that over half the students were not immersed in technology as was assumed. School-age students have also been involved in studies about their use of technology. There was an ethnographic study done to investigate U.S. middle and high school students' technology usage outside of school. They described teens' use of technology outside of school as versatile, always on, involving a wide range of technology resources. These teens' technology activities were friend-driven and interest-driven to maintain social connections and personal communication. They used technology inside of the school for searching information to support learning. The middle school students also used technology primarily for social networking and communication. They used technology for games as well. Teachers' use of technology was also researched. The teachers are usually put on the spot because they are the older generation who are considered less technology savvy compared with the digital natives. A mixed methods study was conducted on 2,583 teachers. The results showed no significant difference in the ICT competencies between the digital natives and the digital immigrants. And the digital immigrants is what the article refers to as the older generation who did not grow up with much technology experience. They found that age is not a determining factor of people's technology skills. The familiarity and experiences and using technology were more relevant to determining the notion of digital natives. The people who are experienced in using technology fit into the description of digital natives, even though based on age they would be considered a digital immigrant. The Pew Center surveyed 2,067 U.S. middle and high school teachers on their inside and outside of school technology experiences. The result indicated that, compared with the total U.S. adult population, teachers are far more advanced in terms of owning technology gadgets, engaging in internet activities, and having confidence in their technology skills. The younger teachers demonstrated similar traits of digital natives who were more likely to use social networking sites and technology to pursue their personal interests. The purpose of this study done for this article is to investigate the popular assumption that the digital natives generation surpasses the previous digital immigrants generations in terms of their technology experiences because they grow up with information and communication technology. The study done for this article employed a mixed methods research approach with a quantitative survey, followed by classroom observations and teacher focus group interviews. The participants in this study were 24 middle school teachers from 2 states, New York and Utah. Their ages range from 23 to 56 years old. 16% are 31 to 40 years old, 25% are 41 to 59 years old, and 15% are above 51 years old. Student participants were 774 8th grade students from Utah from 8 schools and 305 6th to 8th grade students from New York from 10 schools. Sorry, I've had a cold, so bear with me. New York is considered one of the most diverse states in terms of ethnicities, while Utah is one of the states with the most singular ethnicity. The survey data that was collected using the survey data was collected using the formal and informal technology survey. The questionnaire consists of 3 sections: technology ownership, technology experience outside of the school, and technology experience inside of the school. The survey was developed through the following stages. The first step included reviewing literature related to ICT's integration in the classroom to identify observation protocols and identify ICTs that are related to this study. And I'm sure you know, or I feel like you know this, but ICT is obviously an abbreviation for information and communication technology. Step 2 was to recommend and examine observation items by 5 researchers specialized in technology integration, research methods, and statistics analysis. Step 3 was to pilot the survey to a class of school-age students who were not part of the primary study and revise the wordings of each item based on the students' feedback. Internal reliability was established with Cronbach's alpha using the pilot study participants meeting a target alpha of 0.8. Even though students' demographic information was collected, we found that these factors were not crucial in terms of explaining their technology experience in this study. So they collected the information, but the results showed that it really didn't matter. The majority of students and teachers have access to at least one desktop or laptop at home, and their technology usage did not significantly vary among these factors. Therefore, the focus was on the comparison of teachers and students' technology experience inside and outside of schools, regardless of their demographic information. In addition to the teacher and student surveys, they developed the semi-structure protocol to conduct the focus group interviews. The focus group results helped to triangulate the survey results and further explore the use of technology inside the classrooms. Each focus group had 3 to 4 teachers. The focus group interview occurred 3 times during a semester. On the average, the interview lasted an hour. It was guided by the following topics: use of technology inside the classroom, use of technology outside the classroom, technology practices, successful technology integration examples, technology integration barriers, and the perceived solution to bridge the gap of technology integration. The results of the study were that the majority of teacher and student participants used a range of technologies at home. The top 3 technologies used at home by teachers and students were the same. For teachers, 95.8% cell phone usage, 87.5% laptop, and 83.3% desktop computers. For students, 74.4% cell phone, 80.9% desktop, and 69% laptop computers. For students' technology, the findings indicated that for formal learning tools they used at least once a week included word processing and web search engines. Outside of school, they used at least once a week were word processing, social networking sites, YouTube, texting, and web search engines. There was a higher frequency of their technology use outside of the classroom. Teachers' use of technology inside of the school that they used at least once a week were word processing, spreadsheets, presentations, text messaging, and web search engines. Their outside school technology used at least once a week were word processing, spreadsheets, presentations, social networking sites, YouTube, text messaging, and web search engines. Teachers had higher frequency of using technology other than presentation schools outside of the school. When they compared teachers versus the students' technology experiences, they found that teachers' frequency of using various technologies was higher than the students both inside and outside of the school. Teachers also reported higher frequency of using web search engines. The focus groups revealed that despite the variations in locations, they found evidence that teachers shared similar technology usage experience inside of school and had similar challenges in integrating technology in school. Through these focus groups, they found that many teachers affirmed that students were more engaging in learning tasks if they were required to use technology. Sorry. Some teachers perceive themselves as technologically savvy, but acknowledge that they could learn more technology integration strategies. The conclusion of this study is that three main findings can be drawn. First, that teachers' age and technology skill could not be identified as the cause of the disconnect between students' use of technology inside and outside of the school. Teachers depended much more on technology using or technology use compared with school-age students in this study, whether inside or outside of the school. And the problem seemed to reside in students' lack of opportunities to practice technology beyond personal interests. Students may be fluent in using entertainment or communication technologies, but there's evidence that the guidance is needed to support their learning how to use these technologies to solve cognitive problems. So students are great at this technology usage outside of the school for entertainment, personal usage, gaming, social networking. But when it comes to actually using it for work, schoolwork, and productivity towards their learning, they obviously, according to the study, need a little more training and could use some guidance in that area. So I added my article that I was doing the literature review for. So this is it, and that was my presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks.